everybody, and welcome to A Slice of Gaming podcast, episode 153 for June 26, 2026. I am your host, the Uncharted Wolf, and I am joined today by two very special guests to talk about all the things in the world of gaming: GTA, Valve, Xbox, Destiny, and PlayStation. Everyone's in the news except Nintendo. They just released a Star Fox game. And they also gave their employees a big raise. So that's how the gaming industry seems to be going right now. So, like I said, two very special guests. First and foremost, my main man, Bop. How you doing, Bop?
Doing good, Wolf. I'm back from my paddleboarding adventure, no longer calling in from a beach.
Oh, I called it boogie boarding. I thought I said that to myself
Yeah,
enough
you
that I
see,
thought that's what it was called.
when I listened to the episode back, I'm like, why does he keep it's flat water? There's no waves. Can't really boogie board in that.
I don't even know what boogie boarding is. I just love the term boogie boarding. I thought it was like you dance on like a surfboard or something.
No, it's no, that's kind of more or less paddleboarding, I guess. Boogie boarding is the one where it's like really only the size of your chest and it has like a
Mm-hmm.
hand leash, and then you'll like jump into a wave and you're on your stomach, but like your legs and feet are off the board.
Oh,
So
okay, okay.
it,
I know what you're
it's
talking
like
about.
it's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
for people who can't surf, like you just take those crappy little, boards. Now some of them are nicer, but like a
yeah.
lot of them are just like those crappy ones you see at Walmart and just go out and it gives you something to ride the wave on.
Okay, okay. That see, yeah, no. Now that you put a image in my mind, now I know what boogie boarding is. It's just the term boogie boarding sounds like you're just dancing on a surfboard. And I'm also joined by my boy Jack. How you doing, Jack?
Never boogie boarded in my life, never paddle boarded in my life. These all sound very difficult for someone who can't swim.
Wait, you can't swim?
No, you'd think living on an island, everyone gets taught to swim just in case the
That's
tides rise too much, but nope, don't know how to swim.
that's so interesting. So like was it ever like a desire to swim, or you're like, I don't care?
I did a little bit back in when I was young, but the joy of being tall even as a kid is that I never really needed to swim. I just had to touch the
True.
floor.
Dude, it was the best feeling when you were touching the floor and everyone else was swimming. It's like, dang, you're tall. It's like, hell yeah, I am.
Yeah, everyone thought I
See,
was great at floating, and I was just like, yeah, definitely keeping myself up here.
that's what's funny though, Jack, is that, I used to live in Florida and everyone did know how to swim. They just, that's kind of how it was. But then I moved to a more landlocked state. And one of the things that I got in trouble for the first time I went paddleboarding, which by the way, paddleboarding is just standing on a really big surfboard and then using like a canoe paddle to kind of drive
Yeah.
you around. Um, and I got in trouble the first time I went out here because they're like, "Where's your life jacket?" I'm like, "What do you mean I need a life jacket? I know how to swim, dude." He's like, "Nope, everyone needs a life jacket or you get a fine." And I'm like, "Okay, this is so weak." But a lot of people don't know how to swim, so they
So
make
weird.
people wear life jackets. Luckily, he said if you're an adult, you can just put it on the board, and as long as it's in your vicinity, you're fine. You don't have to wear it at all times. And I was just
That's
like,
good.
this is so stupid.
Yeah, if you did that in Florida, you'd probably be beat up. Be
Yeah,
like,
they'd
what
be
are you
like,
gonna
"What?
fucking life jacket?
You don't know how to swim, dork?" Like.
Yeah. That was funny. I'd like to go swimming like in the ocean again. I just, there might be sharks. I don't want to deal with that.
Nah, it's fine.
But yeah, if you guys want to find us, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever your favorite podcasts are found, we'll be on them. Like the podcast, helps us out a ton, and follow us on Twitter at Blue Sky, a slice of gaming, all one word. Before we get into the news, I want to do our little icebreaker, and I had a fun one because this was inspired by a conversation we've had recently. Uh, Boys, what is your like gaming sin? Or specifically like someone plays a game in a way where you're like, this is the wrong way to play the game. We always joke about like, oh, there's no wrong way to play a game, play it the way you want. But like some way that there are some ways a game could be played where you're like, no, that's objectively wrong. You are a bad person for doing so. And I'm immediately gonna take this, and that's putting your own music in the GTA 5 media player when you haven't played it and it's your first time playing through it and you don't even try to listen to the S tier licensed soundtrack and you put in fucking anime theme songs. Bench. That's fucked up.
Genuinely insane behavior. Like, because I told him, I'm like, that's like, imagine playing Final Fantasy VII Rebirth and you just put on like ska music because you're like,
Yeah.
man, I don't really like this music. I'm gonna put on like that's not the point. The point is not to listen to music you like. It's that
Dude,
like these songs are specifically handcrafted to invoke
the
a
vibe.
certain type of atmosphere and vibe, and the fact that there's like so many different genres and radio stations and you couldn't find one just blows my mind. I just don't find that
When
possible.
he literally, the thing that drove me insane was he was like, I don't like rap music. There are other radio stations, bitch.
Only like
There's a
2
lot of
rap
them.
stations.
It's so funny. That is like genuinely like if you do that, I think you're playing that game wrong. Because, dude, I mean, Bob, we talked about this. Like a lot of our music taste was shaped by GTA. Like just all the games. But like I remember GTA 5. Like I got way into like 80s and 80s rock because of Los Santos Rock Radio, which is
Yeah.
like the millennial dad radio station. But it's like fuck yeah, dude, I love this station.
Yeah, I found a lot of music that defined my high school, like and early college era, and also like songs I still listen to this day, because of GTA 5. And yeah, that was the other thing
Midnight
was
City.
like, what?
A Midnight City. That's the one for me. I always
Oh
listen to
yeah,
that.
and like
M83.
yeah, and yeah, it's crazy, dude. Like, and we talked about it too. Like the talk radio stations arguably
Yes.
have the funniest dialogue in the entire game, and if you're not listening to it, you'd never know.
Dude, I love West Coast Talk Radio. Like the one in San Andreas and in 5. They're so goddamn funny. Or I love the Blaine County radio, where it's just like rednecks talking about bullshit. I'm like, fuck yeah,
Uh-huh.
man. Like some of the best like parodies are in those stations. Yeah, man. Just really all timer soundtrack, licensed soundtrack, and then listening to anime themes instead. Like, come on, man. And I like my anime music, man, but like, bro, Franklin is not listening to One Piece, okay?
Oh, he's
I'm
not.
sorry.
They're gonna
Bob, you
add
have
that
one?
in 6. They're gonna add an anime channel. You do realize that?
Yeah, and
We were talking about this of building the radio. I do believe there's going to be like a J-pop or a K-pop radio station, and like
yeah,
for 6. But like Franklin ain't listening to One Piece. Lucia might, but like not Franklin.
yeah.
But yeah, but
And
wait,
I
you were
do
gonna say something?
think like, and I think like we were talking about it too, like the radio station for Vice City is completely different from San Andreas, which is completely different from 4 and 5. Like they
Yeah,
all are specifically crafted to invoke a certain vibe, and
and
I think
snapshot in that time period.
right, and I think 6 is gonna do the same thing. I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't have a K-pop or J-pop station.
Mm-hmm. But Bob, do you have a gaming sin that bothers you to the same degree?
You might have to come back to me because I can't think of anything.
There's one I can think of off the top of my head that
For me or
I
for
know
you?
for you that I know we talked about. It was like this is evil, but I'll go back to you if you can't think of it.
Yeah, no, go.
Uh,
Yeah,
but Jack, what about you? You got one?
Oh god, this is a hard one. Um,
It was one of those things. It was inspired by Bench's hypocrisy. I should have given you guys
yeah,
more time to
I knew
prepare
that
on
was
it.
well,
going to be the question
it's
you brought
also
up.
like a thing of like I don't think I'm doing anything wrong, so it's hard to like remember what people have said. Like you're crazy for this.
I know, Bob. Halo in third person. That's one.
Oh yeah.
That's an
Oh wait.
accessibility
Does it
option,
have to be
though.
about us or does it have to
Oh,
be?
anyone in any gaming. Like it's not us
Oh,
specifically.
okay. Got it. Okay. I thought you were
Yeah.
saying like, what's one thing you do that people are like
No,
you're
no,
crazy
no.
for.
Yeah,
Got it.
yeah. That's on me.
No, you're good. Yeah, I mean, well, yeah, if you play Halo in third person, you're certifiably insane.
It's wrong. That's just
It
wrong.
is wrong. Like it's just wrong. Um, hmm.
This is
So
another
okay,
one for me. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, go ahead. No, you go. You go.
I was just gonna say another one for me. I hate multiplayer games where like people turn on their mic, but they don't communicate. They just like
Yeah,
they're listening to music in the background, or they're
uh-huh.
talking to a friend, not in the game, and it's like, why do you even have your mic on? Like
And
that's
it's
less of a
even
game. He said that's just a fucking pet peeve. I hate that shit.
worse on the PS5 because like people be having those dual sense mics on. And it's like,
Yeah,
oh my god, dude,
dude,
turn
just
it
press the mute
off.
button. Yep.
No, so this one, it kind of counts. And but I think it's funny, and it would almost be like a sense of pride if you actually beat someone doing this. But using a singular Joy-Con sideways playing Smash was always one of the funniest things that we could, like, me and my friend group would do. And I remember one time I three-stocked someone with a Joy-Con sideways. I had never felt more superior than in that moment.
Dude, my friends like the part that would drive me crazy is I'll give them like the two Joy-Con setup. And they're like, oh no, I prefer one Joy-Con. It's like, what is wrong with you?
Yeah,
Like,
that's
I'm
the
giving
thing.
you two. Like, I'm letting you have a chance, but you're like, oh no, I like one. Like, gross. But man, is it funny when you do beat someone with the one Joy-Con, like you nerf yourself, and it's like, oh, I'm just better. Jack, were you able to think of one?
Yeah, this probably doesn't count, but it does kind of annoy me anyway. When people watch games and count that as playing them.
Oh my
Oh,
god,
that's a good
yes.
one. That's a good one.
Like,
Yes, dude. All
wait, I know, I
dark.
get it. They claim they've experienced the game. No, they haven't. You haven't experienced the game just by watching someone play it.
100%.
You've experienced something related to the game, but you haven't experienced the game. That doesn't count. That annoys me.
The thing is like I understand the point of like, oh, I'm just there for the story, like, and like you're not really counting yourself as like in there of like, oh, I just wanted to watch the story. I wanted to know what happens. I totally get that. That's completely understandable. I think it's weird when you act as if you are like a fan of the game or like you're part of the fandom, and it's like you haven't even played it. This is a big thing with Persona, and it's like, guys, like I understand these games are long, but like at least you watched them, go ahead and play them. Persona 5 is on sale for like $20 all the damn time. Like you just have no excuse. I'm sorry. You can't save up $20. At a certain point, I'm just like confused by that. But yeah, that's a great one, Jack. It would. We always used to make fun of Dark because that's literally how he would play every. He would quote unquote play every game, and then he would say it's like he played the game. It's like no, you didn't, dude. Like you just didn't. I'm not trying to be mean, but like that's not playing it. You just watched
I've
someone play it.
I have an interesting story that's actually related to this. Is that my first PlayStation was a PS5 that I got in like 2021. I want to say, and maybe
Uh-huh.
22. Uh, so like for a while, I just was like convinced I was not going to be able to experience like PlayStation games. And
Uh-huh.
so I watched a playthrough of The Last of Us, and I'm like, dude, this shit's so overhyped. Like, why do people,
Yeah.
love this game so much? And then I actually played it. I'm like, oh, I'm an idiot, dude. Like,
There's a difference.
there is such a complete difference.
It's like you're actually like emotionally invested. You're playing it. You're in the story. Like it feels like a whole different experience, even if you are watching something that you've already quote unquote watched. You know.
Yeah.
But yeah, also just a really small one. This doesn't actually bother me. Like if you do it, I actually kind of encourage it in a way. But like it just bothers me personally, Jack. When the Ocarina of Time emulators that are able to put it at 60 FPS, that game doesn't look right to me at 60 FPS. Like it's like
Oh, that's
I'm
fair.
fine with other people playing it like that. But every time I see it, I'm like, that's not Ocarina of Time. That looks off. I gotta see that shit at 20.
I was gonna say that's what, and it's funny you bring that up because that's exactly what I'm doing right now is playing Ship of Harkonnen at. I think I'm playing it at 120 actually.
That's wrong, man.
I,
It's totally cool for you, but like
sure.
I look at that, I'm like, it hurts my eyes. I can't explain it. It looks weird to me.
Yeah, and when I was watching like a setup video and they're like, "Oh yeah, the original frame rate was like 20." I'm like, "Wait, 20? Was it
Yeah,
30? It was
20.
20?"
It was 20. Yep. Dude,
Holy
and
shit.
16 here, something like that. It's because obviously it's
Oh
yeah,
my
less
god.
instead of 60.
me and Jack are probably gonna record the Ocarina of Time like spoiler cast tomorrow, and that's one thing I wanted to bring up, which was like they had to put the game on like a 32 megabyte cartridge, like a special cartridge to fit it, and because it barely fit, it was like shit, we gotta drop the frame rate. Like that game was like a
Wow.
miracle,
It's atmospheric. It's intentional. It's like Black Bars.
intentional. Yep.
But
Yeah,
but
real life is
Wolf,
20 frames.
Exactly. Exactly.
Wolf, in my defense,
Oh,
I
I'm
am
not mad
not
at you.
using. I'm playing it on an N64 controller with no right stick aiming. I'm using the original camera
That's good.
system, so I'm still playing at least mostly true to form. Although I did add the option to like bind stuff to the D-pad for like the water temple.
No, I'm not mad at you for that. Don't worry, I don't care.
No, I know.
I,
I'm just saying, like, I am making an effort to play it like as traditional as possible.
you're effectively just playing the 3DS version with the N64 graphics at that point, which like,
Yeah,
hey, that works.
yeah.
Well, I mean,
I
if
do
we're doing
have an HD
targeted,
texture pack, but yeah.
if we're doing targeted
dude.
sins here, then let's bring up save states. If anyone beats the game with save states, it's just not right.
Yeah,
Ooh,
see,
that's a
caught,
good one.
caught.
Yeah.
Here's my mentality with save states. I think of it with certain games in particular. If I die and it's like, okay, the checkpoint is like 30 minutes ago, I'm like, I can do that. I can go back that 30 minutes and like do the whole thing again, but like I'm effectively just wasting my time at that point. I know how to do all that stuff that I did for 30 minutes. Let me just go back and do it again like immediately. To an extent.
But
Yeah.
it helps you doing it more often. It teaches
No,
it. It
it's
proves
not
that you
right.
were able to do it
Jack, I
instead
got
of
a
being lucky the first time.
life.
I will say I would also use it like for Pokemon games on a rare Pokemon because it gives me just a little bit more of a like because I mean it's the same thing as like saving it, like you can save a game right before you hit a legendary, but the save states just like saves that like 30 seconds of like closing the game, opening the game, going
Yeah.
through the menu, starting it in. So
You
um
know, it's a real
I
one.
think it. Yeah, go ahead.
What's real is sometimes I'll play like Pokemon games with speed up on like
Oh
emulators,
yes,
and then I play
it's
like an actual Pokemon game. I'm like, oh man, this is slow.
yeah, 100%. It's yeah. I wish there was an option, and this is gonna sound completely stupid, but I wish there was an option to play it sped up, but the music was still at 1x
Yes, dude.
speed
Oh my god.
because I'm so more used to the
There's some
music
ROM
at.
hacks that let you do that. Like it's
Yeah,
slower.
I just think that's so. It really it's just faster movement, right, and faster animation
Yeah.
speeds. But yeah, I just think that's one of the funnier things. I think the only other thing I would say though to the original question is just like for me, like the sickos that play everything inverted. I understand there are some things
Oof.
that like make more sense inverted, but if your whole entire layout, like you got to go into every single game and change to inverted, you're a boomer. Sorry.
I never understood why so many games are like they start as inverted. Some games only have inverted, and it's like, come on, dude. Most people don't play inverted. Like
Yeah, like
like you say, Bob, you're part of the small minority that do. But
no,
it's
no,
like
no.
still,
I don't, but like
oh,
but
okay,
I
okay.
do for like plane games. Like
Oh,
driving a
that yeah.
plane, very much like inverted is the standard, and that actually makes sense. But like
Oh,
Ocarina of Time, I think is inverted to start.
no, it is. I don't think it is because you use Z
I
targeting,
guess
I
there's
believe.
not a camera technically.
Yeah, yeah. You're probably thinking of Mario 64, maybe.
Mm,
One of the Zelda games, I think, actually, you do have to deal with that.
yeah.
But yeah, that was a fun topic, though. I enjoyed myself. Jack pulling up save states all of a sudden. I'm like, oh damn, okay. I guess I haven't played a lot of games then. Wait, okay, Jack. Would you? What about rewind on the emulators on this
Yeah, that
NSO?
I'm afraid that's just as bad.
Yeah, I would say that's worse,
Oh
honestly. At
no.
least with
Here's
save states,
yeah.
you have to
I
like
agree.
really start over.
Here's the thing. I agree 100%. But dude, sometimes near the end of like Donkey Kong Country 2, when those levels got really disrespectful and evil,
Hmm.
there was a point where I'm like, I have to do it. I have to. I can't do this again. I'm just so like emotionally shot at this point where I had to like rewind once and I felt so dirty. That and also here's the thing I'll also fight for with save states, Jack. Some games have the live system, and the live system is stupid. There's my system. There's my thing. All right. I don't care. I'm not losing all my lives. Okay, you're back to the start of the game. Like, fuck that now.
Mm.
How would you feel if someone played Returnal and had a rewind button?
I think that'd be bad. And that's why I'm saying I don't like using the rewind. The rewind's different. I agree with y'all that rewind's bad. Well,
I
not
think
bad. I don't care how people play games, but like, I don't
All
want to
right,
use the rewind.
let's attack each other.
well, and I think too, like that Jack brings up a good point. It's very situational because I think, yeah, in the similar vein, if someone used save states at the beginning of every Hades like area, that's fucking stupid, and it kind of
Yeah,
defeats
I
the
agree.
point of the game. But if it's just like an adventure game where you're, like you said, Wolf, it's like you're either saving time, not having to back or like retrack your steps, or even just like going through the menu system again, or you lose your lives. Like, I do think there's, it's I've always treated it as like an efficiency thing, not that like, oh,
Exactly.
I
Yeah, I'm the
just
same
want to
way.
play the first run perfect and not, do anything else.
Yeah, that's my viewpoint. I'm just like I could do this. I know I could, but I'm just trying to like save a bit of my time because we all have limited time on this planet. I don't want to spend it playing through levels 1 through 7 again. Like that's just my personal belief. But hey, you know what? That doesn't matter because we're going to talk about video games and the news related to them. That was a fun topic. More than I expected there. First and foremost, our beloved, or my beloved, Grand Theft Auto 6. We got the pre-order info, we got the prices, all the shebang, and the big Ultimate Edition, everything there. Ben Videotech put out a great write-up, like just everything we know about the pre-orders, and I want to stop at certain points to get our kind of thoughts in. Uh, he starts like there's a lot of information everywhere around, so for those coming here, here's the full breakdown without the need to look all over. Pre-order info starts at $80 for standard edition and starts at $100 for the ultimate edition. Let's start there. $80. Bob, we both predicted this. Jack, you also predicted $80. I was very much wavering near the end, but I was still like, no, I still think it's probably going to be 80. And it is. Grand Theft Auto 6 is now the second game to be $80. If you don't include like the physical edition for Fire Emblem or something, but like I don't really count that. So right now, Grand Theft Auto 6 is in the illustrious club with Mario Kart World and Outer Worlds 2 at one point, but not anymore. What do we guys think? $80. I think all of us are sitting here like, yeah, not surprising.
Yeah,
I think it was a good
Oh,
result for ball knowers.
Okay, Bob. Bob's been like patting himself on the back all week this week, man. He's got to calm
I
down.
got two of the most important guesses right. I think that's what's worth being a little. Fusion did the same thing with Gears' release date, so I don't want to hear it.
All right, Bob. Okay, you know what? Respect to that.
Anyway,
But Jack, what were you
sorry,
gonna say?
Jack. What were you saying?
no, I was just gonna say, I think if this had like happened last year, I think it would have been more surprising just because like Take-Two would have wanted you to buy the 6 games that they released last year as well as GTA, but they don't really have anything else this year, so I don't think they
Mhm.
really have to worry as much. So $80 just kind of felt inevitable.
Yeah, I'm with you. It's just like not surprising. Obviously, kind of annoying. Now here's the funny thing though: is the $100 for the Ultimate Edition. I want to talk about that right now. Bob, I put out a poll in our GTA chat, our secret exclusive club of like, hey, are are, are you guys gonna buy the $80 edition or the $100 edition? And all of us said the $100 edition because we're sheeps. So the Ultimate Edition includes a lot of like exclusive cars, a personal garage, the Paradise Garage in Watson Bay with a weapon locker and stash box, and then there's the actual important stuff somewhere here. Oh, Stock 305, exclusive streetwear clothing store, Sarah's Unisex Salon, exclusive hairstyles, facial hair, makeup, and nails, Electric Fang Tattoo, over 50 exclusive tattoos designed by Faley, chapter based unlocks, additional Ultimate Edition content unlocks throughout the story, and specifically they dictate chapters, which is interesting. So it's more like Red Dead 2's kind of story system. And then PTT Young and Scores exclusive robbery activity and contraband rewards. And then Vice City Styles packs exclusive outfits, tattoos, and cosmetics for Jason and Lucia. So, Bob, it's interesting the way that this was all reading. They worded this really badly initially. So, like, you read it here, and it's like, oh, exclusive hairstyles, like stuff like that. In the way that Rockstar put it into the in their press release, it very much sounded like it's like tattoos are exclusive to the Ultimate Edition. Same with haircuts, and a lot of people were reading it like that. And I feel like Rockstar could have done a better job wording that out. But it's not like that. It's just that there are new like hairstyles, clothes, and whatnot that are in the Ultimate Edition.
Yeah, and I mean, honestly, for Rockstar, I don't know. Like they don't have to. Like it's almost it works in their favor to be that kind of vague because it only
Yeah.
would emulate more FOMO. Um, but yeah, weren't there also? So what were the exclusive missions in
Um.
in the
Yeah.
deluxe
Yeah,
edition?
the PTT Youngin scores, exclusive robbery activities and contraband rewards, chapter-based unlocks. Assumedly, there's probably exclusive missions there. I will say for the exclusive missions, this is what I learned. Apparently, Red Dead 2 had exclusive missions locked behind
Hmm.
like pre-ordering, I think. I didn't actually check it afterwards, but I know that like people were telling me about it. I can try to find a source on that.
I believe the deluxe edition had a heist that was exclusive to that edition, if I
Oh, for
remember
RDR2.
correctly. Yes. Um, and that's kind of my thing is that I like yes, it is still like it sucks that I think this implementation of like a deluxe version is especially weird because it still gives off the assumption that like if I buy the standard edition, that tattoo shop still exists, that clothing store still exists, but I'm just locked from it. And that's kind of weird because you don't really see that implemented in games, and I think that
Yeah,
also is to kind of like invoke a level of FOMO on the people who buy the
a
standard
lot of
edition.
stuff too.
But at the same time, like I do think the criticism is a little overblown, only in the sense that what is the one deluxe edition thing that everyone unanimously does not like?
Exclusive missions, single player content.
Not Jack? Any guesses?
I'm I'm dumb.
I don't know.
Early access.
Oh, yeah. That's a good one. Yeah,
Like
thankfully
paying
that's not part
for
of this.
5 days or a weekend or whatever, like it always gets criticized every time it happens, and for good reason because you're essentially saying that is the release date and you're holding it back for people who don't want to pay. I mean, I know a lot of people were expecting it not to be in there because like we've said, like Rockstar wants this to be an event and wants everyone to play it and experience it at the same time. That's why they've been so protective about leaks and stuff, which I'm sure we'll get to. But for like me, that is the ultimate like bullshit deluxe edition move, and they didn't do that. I'm not saying they deserve any type of credit or any type of praise. I just think the people who think like, oh, this is egregious and you're making people want to spend the $100. I'm like, at the end of the day, it is cosmetics and 2 missions. I'm not really losing sleep over that because you could be far more predatory as other games have been about this, and it seems like they've been pretty consistent from Red Dead to now.
Yeah, it's just one of those things. I think like you could definitely argue that like the $100 edition, a lot of the stuff that's locked behind it is kind of sucky. But I personally look at it, I'm like, if it's just exclusive cosmetics, like I don't really care that much. The missions or whatever. I'm buying it because I'm a sheep. But like
Yeah.
whatever, at the end of the day, it's like I think you'll be fine buying just the normal standard edition. It is honestly pretty surprising just how much is in the ultimate edition. Because I feel like most of the time I read up on like the special edition for games, it's just a lot of bullshit. Whereas this one, I was like, oh wait, no, they're actually doing quite a bit. It seems. Honestly, Bob, I was surprised they didn't do like a like, hey, but also, and maybe because they don't want to even mention GTA Online right now, but like, oh, you get like a shark card for like
Yeah.
that type of thing in GTA Online when that comes out. But maybe
Well,
they're like, we don't even want to even think about GTA Online right now.
and that's what I kind of because like you said, I mean, I was probably going to get the deluxe version no matter what, just because I love GTA and like I
13
will
years.
always buy the deluxe editions of the games I love. Like that's just kind of I don't really care what is or isn't in
Yeah.
it. But with this one, it was kind of interesting because I think one of the ways I kind of thought about it was, well, I would probably buy a $20 shark card to buy these kind of things in online. Granted, it's the single player version, so still scummy, but like I don't know. I just don't like $20 for cosmetics seems like a pretty like run of the mill thing.
Yeah, it's like whatever to me. I again though I totally get criticizing it, and there's some weird stuff locked behind it for sure. Especially like I think I didn't mention it. There's like a car shop where like oh you can like restore abandoned cars and shit. And it's like okay that kind of sucks that that's locked behind that.
Yeah. And to be fair, I think there is a criticism we're going to come up on that is way more valid and I think has way more deserving of criticism and even
Oh yeah,
hate.
I think we're about to go into that right now, which is the physical disc copies. They say disc, it's not a disc. Will come with a code only, and your copy will arrive on November 12th to ensure you can pre-download the game. Uh, so okay, first and foremost, one really annoying thing. They are making it where you get it on November 12th. So November 19th isn't even the release date anymore, technically, for the physical copy. So you can't do a midnight launch then. So that's fun. More so though, code in a box. Now, Jack, you and me are very passionate about this topic with physical copies. Uh, this was a massive bummer for me. This was like the first like true bummer surrounding this game's hype cycle, where I'm like, damn, like, and I get it to an extent. I kind of get where they're coming from of like avoiding leaks because this is the type of game that's big enough to where on a factory assembly line some underpaid worker just grabs it. They don't give a shit. They're like, fuck it. I'm just going to take this home. I'm going to leak the whole game online, basically. But it's also a case of like, why do you care that much? At a certain point, it's like, I feel like you could do a better job than giving me a literal code in a box.
Yeah, I'm disappointed. This is all it really took for me to be kind of just out on the game. I mean, $80
Yeah, I'm
plus
I'm
this.
buying you the game.
It's
Don't worry, man.
you're not
You're
buying
not
me.
out. I'm
Um,
buying you the game, buddy.
you're not buying me the game.
We'll see. We'll
I
see.
look, it's just everyone else manages to cope with leaks. Rockstar, you can cope with leaks. Just get over yourselves. Um, I
Yeah,
think the problem with this is obviously they're going to get away with it. People are going to see it
of
and
course.
they're just going to do the same. And it was inevitable. It was always going to happen. I suppose I'm just disappointed it's happening now. Um, it is like messed up, like on all like the boxes and everything, on all the pre-order pages.
Yeah,
Well,
they
it
don't
does
say
say it
it.
on the pit. Yeah, it doesn't say on the box. Like, come on, just at least put
Th-
code in the box. It's
that
messed up.
is a good point where it's like the Switch 2 box covers, half of it are legal warnings telling you if it's a game key card, and GTA is like, nah.
Yeah, you'll figure it
I
out.
mean,
There has
there's
to
loads
be a
of other
good middle line.
like most Ubisoft games these days. They don't. There's barely anything on the disc. So like all Ubisoft games pretty much just say download required on the box. A lot of I think a lot of first party Xbox games say
Yeah, that is
download
them.
required on them as well. So it's like it's not. It, they could just put it. It would be harmless. Like I don't think it would make any
It,
difference really.
yeah.
But I don't know. Maybe it says it on the back of the box, and that's how it's justified. But I don't know. I'm sure many people will just buy it not noticing and then open it and go, "Oh, that's weird." And like, I think
Okay.
the thing that's even more funny is like people are going to buy it the week before, assuming that they can play it, because not everyone's going to be
Oh yeah.
know that it's out on the
It's like you
19th
gotta
or
wait a
whatever.
week.
They're just going to like buy it, get home, try and play it. It's not going to be there. I can imagine like
Honestly,
it's going to be funny.
yeah, no, I 100% agree. It's annoying. It's gonna be very funny too, especially if it's just like a mom's like, "Okay, I got you your GTA 6." It's like I gotta wait a week still. It's very funny. Honestly, Jack, this still is a shitty solution, but it's also like if they really care that much about leaks, I'm surprised they didn't do a thing where it's like, listen, all the content's on the disc, but like you're gonna need an update to access the game, and like we're gonna put that update on day one. It still sucks, but it's also like I'd much rather that than like straight up, no, we're getting you a code. Like what?
Yeah, I suppose that's tough because then it's like you get into the whole DRM of it all, and it's
Of
just
course.
messy on its own. So I don't know. Like I say, I'm just bummed. There's rumors that it'll get a disc not long after. I kind of think that's Take-Two damage control, just trying to get the
I don't.
conversation away from people complaining. But if it does happen, I will be thrilled.
Yeah, I'm curious about that. Like right now, it seems like a lot of people are saying there's going to be like a disc version basically a month afterwards. I
I
don't know
haven't
about a
seen where
month.
that's
It feels
coming
like
from.
that's too quick. I think it
Yeah,
was a Polish uh, journalist or
what did they
something.
know?
I don't know.
Well,
What do they know?
That's what I was saying. All
that's
information about GTA, I'm like, you guys don't know anything. Like I don't know.
and that's the thing though with this guy specifically. Apparently, he got something right about GTA 6, like a trailer date or something
I think
previously.
he said that it was going to be a code in the box for the physical, so everyone's like he said
Ah,
that a while ago. So
yeah.
because of that,
But
everyone believes this, which is fair. Like that is a good prediction that not everyone was expecting. I certainly wasn't. But
but I think the caveat there is that the more people looked into this guy, it's like, oh, he just throws every
Yep.
prediction at the wall, and like 5 have stuck. And so it's like, okay, I don't know. And that once again kind of muddies the reality of whether or not it'll happen. But
But
I don't know. For me, I just feel like they totally would double dip because there are
oh
people
yeah.
who would want the physical but do want to play it day one, and they'll buy the they will buy it day one, and then they'll buy the physical just to have it.
Yeah, that's what I think.
I
I'm
do
probably
wonder,
gonna
like,
get the physical like later just for collection purposes, probably on like a sale or something. But what were you gonna say, Jack?
I do wonder, like, what is the point of a code in the box? Like, yes, it's on retail shelves, but retail shelves just don't matter anymore. So it's like,
I I
I
really think it matters to a certain demographic of people that because like here's the thing, Jack. This is the biggest game ever. You're gonna get people who have never been into a Walmart in years just to buy this. It's like I think that's the thing. It's like they care that much about having some type of presence.
man, at that point, just put it on a card. Like, don't put it in a
That
plastic case.
that my favorite thing, Jack, honestly, was seeing all the people like, do you guys forgive Gabe key cards now? It's like, no,
Yeah,
it
no.
doesn't. What are you talking about? Like, listen, I like Gabe key cards more than the code in the box because I can at least lend the game to someone else. But it's also like it still sucks. It's still really dumb.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
I'm
don't
gonna
know.
complain about both. It's more fun to complain. So
Oh yeah, of
I'll
course.
just
I'm,
keep
I'm
saying key cards suck and this sucks.
yeah. I'll still say like I'm excited to say the game though, but no trailer 3, which is crazy to me. I
Yeah,
like you don't want to have a trailer with a pre-order now at the end. Like, what are we hiding?
but
I
that,
I have trusted y'all, but it's also like, come on, you can't do
Yeah,
one
but
more.
just think, like, the second they release that trailer, all of this conversation about deluxe edition prices and physical copies, that will all go away. So they can like get all this out the way
That's
now, have trailer for 3 like next week, and it'll be like perfect. Probably will be
I
next week,
mean,
but
it's not gonna
hypothetically.
be night. I mean, Tom Henderson was saying it's most likely August for trailer 3, which is still like, that's so far, but I don't
and
know.
that's kind of my thing, Wolf, is that we got a 30-second teaser that was essentially just a screenshot,
Hell yeah, baby.
and we got the updated logo, and we got the pre-order info dump. Like, like it or not, there's so like everyone's talking about GTA 6 this week, where it's like, why put a trailer on that when we could wait for like a random lull period? It's like, okay, people stop talking about us. Let's have them talk about us again. Like, I just don't think they really, you know, uh, they're truly spacing this stuff out to like truly capitalize on like the lull periods of when people are actually talking about them.
Yeah, I mean, they could literally just own the conversation for them. They own the conversation just by existing. Really, that's what's funny is like just by being there, people will still bring up. It's like, oh, and GTA is later this year, and they own the entire month of November to themselves. It says a lot just about how big of a brand this is. And I do love the great revisionism that's constantly happening, Bob. Of GTA 5 actually wasn't that good, and I'm like, shut up, like you
Yeah.
motherfuckers always come out when this game like gets a trailer and you want to engagement bait and say I don't care about GTA. It's like, okay, no one else cares about your opinion. Like it's whatever. I don't know, man.
It it
It gets to a point.
it's very much, I think, just like, I mean, I think it's just an internet thing where
Of
people
course.
see something as popular and they, for whatever reason, aren't interested in it. Like, I think there's plenty of people who like,
Yeah, totally.
just like GTA isn't their thing, and that's fine. But the
Of course.
need to like voice that and be like, oh, actually, this game's mid, and I don't like mashing an A button to like sprint. It's like, cool. Like I don't care. Like
You know
I
what?
think you're just saying it to be, just to kind of put your voice out there and, just be negative. It's like, okay.
This is so unrelated, Bob. When I was playing GTA 5 again, I learned, at least in online, I don't know if it works in single player. Apparently, you can change it to hold to sprint now. That must have been like an
I
update. It was like, oh my
I
god, you guys
think
always had the capability.
I think I remember seeing that as an option. Maybe it started in the Xbox One version.
Probably, yeah.
Um, but I think what happened, if I'm being honest, Wolf, I want to say I changed it to that and then played it for 5 minutes. Like, nah, man, I'm mashing that shit. Like, this just feels weird.
Dude, I was bashing still on instinct. I was like, whoa, like, I can't stop. But I gotta make it hold to sprint. I don't want to break my X button. All right, that's really it. But yeah, that was unrelated. But I just thought that was funny. Um, so, uh, Ben also put up some console specs, or at least like kind of what we know a little bit. PS5 Pro enhanced. Not, we don't know how it's enhanced though.
We do.
Full DualSense support, haptic feedback, yeah, of course. 3D audio support on PS5, could apply on Xbox, but not confirmed. And utilize SSD speeds at its full advantage. And I don't know if you've noticed this, guys. PlayStation has been hardcore glazing this game. Like, have you guys seen like the PlayStation app change to the GTA colors? When you open the PS5, there's a big old Grand Theft Auto 6. They don't do this for their own games. They didn't do this for Wolverine or Saros or Astrobot or anything like that. But for GTA, they're like, oh, please, Rockstar, sir, here, we changed our colors for you, please. It's like, I get it is like inarguable GTA will probably sell more PS5s than all of those games. But it's also like, come on, guys, you're glazing a little too much now. Now it's a little gross.
Yeah. Just to go back real quick to the PlayStation Enhanced, that those 3 bullet points you said afterwards, that's what's listed on the website as why it's PlayStation Enhanced. And it's like, oh, so it's marketing because, yeah,
Yeah.
like Xbox has a different audio system, but it's still 3D. It's just not, the Sony 3D audio. And then it also has an SSD. Now, the DualSense could have genuinely like exclusive features, and I totally believe that. And I hopefully like Rockstar did something cool with it. But yeah, that's why they're saying that is because they have the marketing deal clearly,
Of
and
course.
like we saw the plays best on PlayStation or plays best on PS5, I should say, um, and yeah, and then yeah, in turn, now if you turn on your PlayStation, go to the store, it's just a giant, GTA 6 logo, and you made the comment, Wolf. You're like, Wolverine comes out in like 3 months. Where is this for
So
Wolverine?
weird.
Like, where is this for? Like, you had this capability the whole time, and you haven't done it for a single one of your first party games. Because, like, I
So
will,
funny.
like, and what's even worse is Xbox, the company that never markets a lot of its games. Usually, when a big release comes out, it will be a full page banner when the Xbox loads up that you have to intentionally click out of. And it says,
Yeah.
hey, this game released, go buy it. And it's like, okay, so like, how is PlayStation
It's
not
something.
utilizing that more? But
Yeah, I
I
don't get it.
funny enough, it works because just today I was at lunch, um, and this guy who works in IT was
Uh-huh.
like, "Hey, what system should I buy this on? I think I'm gonna buy it on PlayStation because when I was looking at the website, it said it played best there. So I think." That must show that like Rockstar trusts PlayStation. I'm like, yeah, so I don't know if you understand how marketing deals work, but
That's so funny.
because he was
It
also
works. That's why
yeah,
they do
oh,
it.
100%. And he was like, "Should I get the Pro?" And I'm like, "That is the one thing that like, yeah, if you genuinely it will play best on PS5 Pro. There's no argument there."
It's just a question of like how. Like I'm
Right,
so
yeah.
curious. Will
And I
PSSR make this thing 60?
I don't I really still don't think so because I
Okay.
think through all of the info dumps we've gotten, there hasn't been a mention of frame rate. It's all been like higher LODs, higher
So funny.
textures, higher graphic quality. Like they genuinely do not care about frame rate. They just want this to be the prettiest looking game of all time, as we've seen from, their trailers and stuff. And so, yeah, I think it's going to be 30 no matter what, and I think it's going to look a little bit prettier on PS5 Pro.
And I will say, I think it's probably going to be a stable 30. Like, it's not going to be like an
Right.
ugly 30 FPS. It'll be like,
No.
okay, this looks fine to me.
Yeah, and I
Uh,
wouldn't be surprised if the base models maybe stutter a little bit.
Thanks, Bob.
Just-
I don't think they'll. Oh, I don't think so. They've delayed
I-
this so much. I
it's
think
not going to be
they'll
anything crazy. I think it's going to be something like, the UE5 where it's like you go into a new area and it drops for like a
Yeah.
second and then it's fine. Like I'm not saying it's going to run bad on the base consoles. It absolutely will run great.
It will
I just
run
think
better.
if there's anything to stabilize, it's going to be those moments of heavy graphic
Yeah.
load.
No, you're right there. I think it will run better than GTA 5 on 360 and PS3, which isn't a high
Oh
bar because
god.
that game ran horribly. But I think they care enough and they understand how long it's been. It's like, okay, we got to make sure the frame rate's good at least. And that GTA 5 got like a 97. So I think it's like, if we can make this stable, I think we'll be fine.
And that was interesting too, was that I don't think this was confirmed, but like someone was theorizing like, oh, with SSDs, like we're not going to have any loading screens anymore, and we're not going to have those like famous like loading art pages that are scrolling through. And it's
Even
like,
if they're online.
yeah, I still think there's going to be a screen at startup.
Yeah.
And then when you first load into the game, I think it is going to have that screen. And then yeah, going into online, I think it'll also have that screen. But you're right. Like most of like, it's not like because it's funny playing through Vice City. I literally leave the hotel that Sunny's staying at.
Yeah,
I
and
can
it's there for
see
a second.
outside, and when I walk through the door, it's a loading screen before it cuts to outside. It's like, okay, yeah, that's not going to be there, obviously, but I think there's still going to
Yeah.
be a little bit of loading screens.
For sure. I mean, it's going to be a massive game, so I
Yeah.
wouldn't doubt that there's some loading screens just to initialize everything, especially when you first load up the game. I can't wait, man. The it's kind of crazy to believe. It's like we're really in the home stretch now. Like we're like closing in on like 5 months, 4 months away, and it's like, damn, that does. It feels weird, Bob, considering how long we've waited for this game. Considering it's been since 2013. I remember, but I remember when I beat GTA 5, I'm like, man, this was insane. I can't wait to see what 6 does. Turns out
Oh
I could have
yeah.
waited. Apparently I learned to wait because like what the fuck?
Well,
That is
and like
comical.
And even then, like the rumors for 6 started ramping up in 2020 once we got far enough away from Red Dead 2, and it's like we've been waiting 6 years since those rumors started.
Exactly. And I love the people who are like, oh, there's not going to be anything to play in November or December. And it's like, if you don't care about GTA, it's like, okay, you can go 2 months without games. Y'all are the same people who always say
But
it's like your big ass
also
backlog.
that's bullshit because of how many games are coming out in September. You're not getting to
Exactly.
all of those. Like you will have plenty of time to play other stuff
100%.
at that time.
Jack, fix your hand by then. That's what I'm hoping for.
Okay, I'm hoping for it too. I need to be mashing my A button.
You might, Wolf. You might have to send him an adaptive controller along with the copy of the game.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll make sure. The adaptive controller. They're like $100. They're not that expensive. I might have to do that.
They should send
Could
me
you imagine just like having the comically large A button? You're just sitting there with your fist, just smashing it over and over.
Just like, what the fuck is happening? Oh man, I'm excited. Something I'm not as excited for anymore is the Steam machine. Valve put out the pre-orders, the wish lists, all that good stuff, and we now finally know the price. Steam machine for the 512 gigabyte version is $1,000 plus another $49. And then the 2 terabytes with the controller, because the 512 gigabyte does not come with the controller. The 2 terabyte version with the controller is $14.28. Yeah, I don't know. I get the viewpoint of this thing as an entry level PC, and Valve has specifically said it's like this is not a console, this is a PC, and they stated we want this as like kind of an entry point, and we are making, and they straight up says like we are making a profit off this. The whole point of consoles is you lose money on them. This one we are like profiting off of it. I don't know why you made it then. I guess it's like I don't understand the mentality around it, but hey, more power to them. It's probably going to sell out. There's a lot of people who still are going to buy it. I'll ask around the table, are any of us buying it? I'll say for myself, nope.
Nope.
Nah.
Oh,
But I will.
Okay, there he is.
Yeah. No, you're good. But the reason I'm not buying it is because I decided 2 years ago to run a 50-foot HDMI cable through my baseboards to connect my PC to my TV. So like I had this problem solved a long time ago.
That's the thing. I was in the market for this, and we know that before the RAM crisis, the rumor was that before like RAM started getting insanely expensive, it was going to be like $700. That I would have bought.
Yeah.
I want something like this. I love a lot about the Steam ecosystem, and I want to be able to like get in at an entry level price and be more into like PC gaming in general, and eventually maybe build my own rig like with the things that I learned with this thing or whatever. I don't know, something like that. But at $1,000, it's like it just doesn't feel entry level anymore. At that point, it's like I'm just gonna save up to build a PC.
Yeah. I have to state it. I said between 1,000 and 1,100.
This
So,
fucking
you
guy.
know,
When did you say that? I
bummer.
don't remember you saying that once.
I literally posted a screenshot. There is a screenshot from our Discord
I know,
of me saying that.
I'm just fucking with you.
And
But no.
and at the original prices, I also said between 700 and 800. So double right. Anyway, doesn't
was
matter.
That one person in Game Us who said it was between 600 and 900 is like
I'm like, so every console price possible? Yeah, okay. Sick.
So funny. But yeah, what were you gonna say though about?
Yeah, I mean, I'll kind of break it down a little bit.
Yeah, Mr. Tech Guru, tell me.
Yeah, for the record, there is a SKU for the 512 with a controller.
Yeah, it's
but like
1128, I think.
I don't even think there. I haven't done the math. I don't even think there's a discount on the Steam controller, and if it is, it's like $10 maybe. So you're not saving a whole lot there. But I think the best way to summarize this was a Jeff Grubb Skeet the other day that says, "You guys haven't been on PC Part Picker lately, and it shows." And I can attest to that because one of my friends in another Discord, he was like, "Oh, this is an easy option. I'm gonna get the 512 model, and then I'll just buy my own SSD and upgrade it to 2 terabytes, and that way I don't have to pay for Valve's upcharge pricing." And I said, "Yeah, go look at 2 terabyte SSDs right now." And they're like $300, $350. And he goes, "Oh shit, it's the same price." I'm like, "Yeah, buddy, that's where we're at with components right now."
Thanks,
Like,
AI.
yeah, it unfortunately is like, and we're seeing it too. We'll get to it, but like the increases, the further increase in console prices. This is an expensive hobby now. Like, it's getting to the point where AI has created such a hardware component shortages that like we're not seeing these prices go down. We're not seeing like, I mean, game prices are going up too. Like, it's just kind of like
Mm.
it's a bad time to be trying to sell hardware, because I think justifiably we're all still thinking like a reasonable price for like a console is 500, maybe $600, because that's how much the PS5 and the Series X cost. And so the fact that all of that has gone up by $300, $200, $300, like, it's throwing off the baseline, and people are like, well, no, I can't afford like $1,000 5 years ago is what like the super niche high-tech gaming handhelds cost. Now those cost like, no joke, $2,000. It just, it like, it kind of sucks. And I think the people who are saying, because one of the elements of the Steam machine is that it's open sourced, so you can build your own PC and put the Steam OS on it.
Yeah.
And people are like, "Oh, well, I'll just build my own." And the reality is, if you want something as powerful for cheaper, it's not going to be coming in a cube. And if you want something that comes in a small cube, it's not going to be as powerful as the Steam Deck. So, like, I don't think Valve necessarily like overprice anything. That's just where we're at, and I think this was like the first wake up call for people. Not, I don't want to say wake up call, but like the first like indication, like, oh fuck, like I'm getting priced out of this hobby.
Yep. Sam Altman, we're gonna burn you at the stake, buddy. Fuck that guy.
And
It's
I think
it's tough, man.
it
It's one of those things where it's just like I I feel like I don't know anymore. I don't know anymore, because it's like, oh, consoles are getting more expensive, games are getting more expensive. I'm getting more and more priced out of this hobby. I'm holding my PS5 that I bought at launch, or at least near launch, for dear life, praying it like continues to work on me, so I don't have to buy it at an exorbitant price. But I could generate an image of Bop and Fusion kissing. So, is that the W here? I don't know what to do with that. Like, what am I supposed to do? And then I gotta keep being told that, like, oh no, dude, AI is good for gaming. Look, we could speed up development of Crazy Taxi by AI generating a a car, because we can't make a car on our own. And it's like, what are we doing, man? This is so fucking stupid.
I think the other interesting element that you're more or less like pointing to, and is a road we are gonna go down pretty quickly here, is because I'm in the same boat where it's like I am good, like I am done upgrading my PC. I am good for a long while. And I don't like, I mean, because of that, I probably wouldn't get Project Helix, just because its biggest selling point is the PC component.
Yeah.
And you know, that the next gen console situation is so interesting right now to me, because I think a lot of people are like, if they sell a PS6 for $1,000, like I'm happy with my PS5. And the reality is, there's not a hardware justification for the PS6 like there has been every other console. Like, we've kind of maxed out the selling points that make a noticeable difference, because now it's like graphics cards where we're splitting hairs with upscaling and just how far they can push the realism. And for most people, that's not gonna, you can't show them a trailer of a game and be like, oh, I can tell that's running on a PS6 instead of a PS5.
Yeah.
And there's no SSD bump. Unless they reinvent the DualSense again, I don't see them breaking any ground there. And it's going to come down to, well, are they going to take a loss on game sales by making games exclusive, or are they going to continue to monetize the previous generation like they did before? And in that case, it's like, well, I'm definitely not going to buy your console, because if I can play those same games, I don't mind if they look a little bit worse. They're probably going to run pretty good. And especially when the Steam machine and the Switch 2 is a lower spec than the PS5, we're going to be here for so much longer than any previous console gen. Like, I genuinely don't know when they're going to stop supporting this gen, because we've kind of hit the diminishing return element, kind of like cell phones, where it's like, yeah, you're adding like a megapixel to the camera, and you're having to shove AI in to justify like me buying a new phone. Like, we've kind of hit the like ceiling of what can be improved. So sorry, that was a long tangent, but I
No,
think
you're fine.
the sentiment of the Steam machine and how people feel are completely valid, and that's only going to be amplified by the next generation of consoles. And I'm very curious, because I don't think Sony or Xbox is going to, they can't hold out, because like Micron already said, we're locked in for 5 years. RAM and memory prices are locked in for 5 years. The first chance of them going down will be in 2031. So if I'm Xbox and Sony, it's like, well, shit, that doesn't give me a chance to lower the prices, so we might as well release it now if it's ready. And I just don't think many people are going to want to take that jump.
1,000%. Yeah, it's a sucky situation. I feel like this is just one of those things we got to get used to now, with how much everything is costing more and more. And it's not just like tech; it's food and other things. I only ever think about video games and food when I think about spending money. I'll be honest, but like
No.
everything's more expensive. I mean, subscription services, that's a big one, where it's like constant like price increases, and it's like I don't know. I'm tired of winning so much, Bob. I've been told I'm gonna be winning a lot. I've been winning a lot lately. It's tough.
Are you tired of it yet?
I'm so tired of it, dude. I want to stop winning. Can we? If this is what winning is, I want to stop. Let's move on to our next story. I mean, honestly, this is one of those things. It's like, I feel like we already got off all our talking points, Bob. But Xbox is raising console prices too. The Series S 512 gigabyte is going from $399 to $499. This is from Game Right, by the way. The Series S 1 terabyte is $449 to $599. The Series X 1 terabyte is $649 to $800, and the Series X digital 1 terabyte is $599 to $750. Bop. Whoop. Whoopsh, whoopsh. I never understood why Bench says you got to get your whippings. It feels
No, he
weirdly
said lashings, and I did say that
Lashings.
last week when I joined.
Okay. But yeah, Xbox console price increases when the console reportedly isn't even selling that well. I don't know, man. I'm not. Everything you said earlier does apply about the price increases, or
100%.
like RAM prices, but also it's like these things aren't selling. Like, I don't know if it's worth taking the PR hit.
So that's the crazy thing, Wolf. Did you see Piscatella's tweet about that?
About how much Xbox consoles sold last month.
Yeah.
The lowest in Xbox history.
The lowest in May, lowest of any May in
Of May.
Xbox history. Yeah.
That's insane. The same
here's-
month as Forza Horizon 6.
Here's the fucked up
I
part
heard they're
about
flying
that.
off the shelves. That was like 12%
They are.
or whatever it
That's
was.
true. That's true.
That's the fucked up part, is that I think they said hardware unit sales are down 12%. Guess how much the like dollar figure is down?
Oh, it's not down by much.
How much?
It's up 7%.
Yeah.
Oh, just because of all the price increases.
Yes, because it's like they're somehow finding the middle ground of like, okay, fewer people are buying them, but the people that are, we're still making money off of, and it's like that is fucking batshit insane. That we're having some of the worst hardware sales, and they are somehow trying to like squeeze it out. And honestly, like I feel like more like it's only going to happen more and more until GTA. Now after GTA, they're once again screwed. And also, it's
course.
just 1 month of data, so I don't want to come off and be like, yeah, Asha's a genius and prices perfectly. It still sucks. And I think one of the things Grub mentioned too is that usually in the past, the pro models of consoles have been the anchor point for the next gen pricing. So, like Sony right now with the PS5 Pro being $900, that's why a lot of people think it's going to be $999 at the least, because it's like they're not going to slash the PS5 Pro price. I just don't see that happening right now.
Yeah,
and it's like you can't make it the same price. I guess you could make it $50 if you really want to cut like that close to it, but it's going to make for an awkward comparison. So most likely is going to be $999 or more. Well, Xbox didn't make a Pro console, and so now they're like, well, shit. If Helix is going to be $1,200, people are going to see it be 700, and they're going to be like, I'm not paying an extra $500 for this. Now, should we be charging this much for a fucking 2020 console? Absolutely not. And like that is just an insane world we live in, especially because, and I know this has been brought up a lot when you guys talked about Microsoft in general recently, of like, your own company is causing your own issues. So
Yep.
like, why, and that's the part where it's like, how did the like AI team not like when they're approving for these data centers, or they're approving to like send all of this money to Nvidia or the memory manufacturers, how did they not like CC Xbox on that email and be like, hey, do you want like 10% of this, or do you want us to add like a little, like how did they not talk to each other to kind of like work this out?
Figure it out.
Because you would think if anyone's going to get a deal on this, it's the company that's buying all the fucking RAM. And it
I think
turns
they
out,
view the AI data centers as more profitable than Xbox,
oh,
which is funny
100%.
because somehow Xbox, I think, is still more profitable because AI is actively losing money. But these companies do not see it because they are so brown nosed up Sam Altman's ass.
Yeah, and it just
Swimming, man.
yeah, right. It just goes back to the same conversation as Steam Machine, where it's like, I feel bad for anyone buying a console right now, because you are getting totally screwed by where this AI bubble that continues to only grow and is getting way out of control, and no one is seeing the benefits of it. It's like, what are we doing here?
Yeah. Well, we will see how that goes.
Probably not good.
Thank you for taking the whippings, Bob. I'll be honest. Compared to the Steam Machine whippings, with Xbox, I'm just like, we're used to it.
And
So,
that's kind of like the crazy thing too, is that they're just like, the pricing with the Xboxes have been shit for what, 2 years
dude,
now?
the
That,
Series S costs as much as the Series X did at launch.
yeah,
That's
like
insane.
that is insane. And it's like, I don't know if they're like taking advantage of that strategy, but it's like, yeah, I guess if we step on enough rakes, people won't notice and won't care, and we don't have
Yeah,
to
really.
get as much negative reaction. I'm like, yeah, sure. I guess that's a fucking strategy. But yeah, I mean, again, we're gonna see here in the next week the real ramifications of the whole brand reset, and I am getting increasingly worried that we haven't been like we've somehow been underestimating how many layoffs. I know we're all talking mass layoffs and like we're all talking about how bad it is, and yet somehow I still have this terrible feeling that it's going to be even worse. And I just that's not been a good feeling. Kind of just been sitting around for the last couple of weeks, and starting next week, it's not going to be good.
Well, we will see how it goes, Bob. Let's move into our next story. Also negative. Don't worry. No positive news this week. Slightly positive one, maybe at the end. I don't know. Who knows? Bungie is getting layoffs. Bungie posted this on Blue Sky and Twitter. I got it from Blue Sky because Jack uses Blue Sky. Thanks, Jack. With great sadness, we are announcing a reduction in force as we recognize Bungie. As the leaders of Bungie, past and present, we recognize Destiny 2 fell short of expectations these past several years. Following our final content update to Destiny 2, and with our future projects still in early incubation, we unfortunately could not continue operating at a previous size. We know this decision has a profound impact on the people affected, their families, friends, and teammates. While these changes are not necessary or are necessary to best position the studio now into the future, that does not lessen the difficulty of this moment or the impact it has on those affected. Later, we will share more about that future with you all, but today is not the day. Today, we wish to extend our gratitude and compassion to every member of the Bungie team who has been impacted and those who remain. We hope you will do the same. And then we also got from Jason Schreier, today's layoffs include most of the Destiny teams, some people on the Marathon team, and even various Sony staff who supported Bungie, according to people familiar with the situation. Herman Holst, my favorite person. We have made the decision to reduce Bungie's workforce, affecting a significant number of employees, including most of the Destiny and some Marathon team members. Yeah, this isn't surprising at all, sadly. This kind of comes from the fact that like we already knew that Bungie was going to get layoffs about a couple weeks ago, and we also got the thing about what was it? The Destiny 2 final content update. That was pretty recent. We're at a point now where I'm like, I don't know if Bungie stays alive at all. I'm very concerned about their future. Them being bought by PlayStation was such a boneheaded move on both ends. I don't know why Sony bought them. They just gave them more problems than needed. And I don't know why Bungie allowed themselves to be bought to give expertise and then proceed to basically just be owned by the company instead at the end of the day. And now we're at a point where it's like, here's the thing that confuses me the most, Bob. How the hell did you not greenlight Destiny 3? Like, you never had the plan of like after Final Shape, which was clearly like the end game. We'll do probably like some content updates, but it's all leading up eventually to Destiny 3. They're like, nah, we never started that. And I understand it's a lot of money and time. It's gonna make a lot of money because it's Destiny 3. And that just doesn't exist. Explain that to me. Because I don't fucking get it.
I mean, to only make your point more, Sony right now has been doing a very good job of, I think the PS4 generation did a very good job at establishing new IP, and the PS5 generation has done a very good job of like expanding on that IP or capitalizing on that IP. And so it is very weird that instead of capitalizing on the IP, I guess Marathon is still Bungie IP, but like most people didn't play Marathon. Most people, Bench wasn't alive when Marathon came out. Okay, like on the original, what was it? Was it on Mac? I think
It was
originally.
Mac, yeah.
So it's like why, and like I do think it was really arrogance on both sides, and I think more so on Bungie, but also Sony, that was in the middle of their like live service push, and I think they figured, like we all said at that time, like, oh, Bungie, and even Sony said it, like Bungie's going to come in and whip our live studio projects into shape because we're not as good at this. And then it turns out they like cancel projects, and then they just don't even do anything with their own projects. But I think the justification they kept saying for Marathon was, well, Bungie modernized the first person shooter with Halo, and then they like popularized the looter shooter with Destiny. So now they're gonna popularize the was it the extraction shooter with Marathon, and I don't think that worked. And I think this is the first time they're hitting a genre that like hasn't taken off. And but I still think that was like that should have been a side project. Like
Of
Destiny
course.
2 makes an insane amount of money, keep making an insane amount of money. And just like I don't understand why they had no plans for a Destiny 3. And yeah, I mean we go back to, why Sony bought them. I think it's pretty telling that Bungie was originally independent, got bought by Microsoft, got sold by Microsoft, was independent, got bought by Activision, got sold by Activision, was independent, got bought by Sony, and then who knows? Like they're probably more or less going to be merged into Sony than go independent
Oh,
again
100%. Yeah.
or dissolve entirely. But it's like they really haven't done a good job of like their track record with that stuff is pretty rough. And I think
Bungie's management fucking sucks. Like, it's just one of the worst C-suites out there.
yeah, but their car collection's so cool,
True.
Wolf.
Shout outs
It's
to
so cool.
which, by the way, I forgot to mention. The current or like the CEO also is stepping down. The one who
Yes, the
replaced
person who
the
took
car
over
guy,
for Pete Parsons is also stepping down. So they're under new management.
which is so good.
Yeah, I just think there was probably a lot of arrogance in like why they thought like we see it with like Bethesda, right, where they're like, well, yeah, it's not going well, but like the Bethesda magic at the end of the development cycle will make the game what it is because it worked last time. And I think Bungie was probably like,
BioWare
yeah,
magic.
the yeah, right. And I think the Destiny probably thought like, yeah, we've done this before, we know how to popularize genres. And it just, they finally made a bet that didn't work their way. But right now you can't have bad bets. I mean, that's why we
Yeah.
see, Xbox being like, no, we need to be on IP, we can't be making new IP. Like new IP is not profitable right now. And we have so many things. And granted, I think you guys are right when you said IP malpractice. And Bungie should have just kept making Destiny. Like that franchise has so much lore and elements that you could just reset the story. And yeah, sure, people might complain for a little bit, but then they're like, well, it's Destiny, so I'm going to keep playing it. And I'm going to keep buying these microtransactions, and I'm going to keep this giant, profitability, cruise ship afloat. And, they just kind of unnecessarily sunk it. And that really sucks. And it sucks that, like, they're paying the price for it with, what was it, 292? Was the Washington number for layoffs?
I think for Bungie, how many layoffs they're getting?
Yeah.
I think the current number is 300.
Yeah, that because I know people were reporting for the actual like there's like some labor employment documentation that says it was 292 in just Washington, but they have people all over the world, I'd imagine. So
Of
it
course.
could get the rumored 400. But yeah, it just sucks that many people. I mean, that's half their studio. And I think when they were acquired, they had 1,200 people. So it's like they've lost 2/3 of their workforce since being
Yeah.
acquired. That really sucks. And apparently, if as long as they lay those people off before July 14th, I think July 14th is the 4-year anniversary of the acquisition. And someone was speculating that a lot of stocks were about to vest with PlayStation at the 4-year mark.
Yeah.
And
They're
so
probably gonna get paid out.
yeah, like they're gonna cut that before that happens, and so that they don't have to pay them as much. And it just goes back to, remember when they said they were going to give $1 billion for employee retention? Like, what the fuck?
That's insane to me. Well, goodbye, Bungie. I say goodbye, Bungie. They're still around. I don't know how long though. And I mean, honestly, we could also discuss the marathon of it all. What's the deal with that? I mean, I feel like they position marathon as like a side game, and now it's like, okay, you have to be the main game since we stopped doing Destiny. It's like, what? Like, you can't. The game isn't made for that, clearly. And like we see with the numbers is like this game is not going to make its money back, let alone support Bungie to stay around forever.
Yeah, I mean, like the live service game is so fickle. One update could change everything and get people in. But yeah, as it stands, they're not getting the people. They just had like a free play weekend with like a trial, and the game was heavily discounted, and that didn't bring in a whole lot of people. They're definitely trying, but yeah, I don't see how 400 people are working on marathon content that will turn into something that will bring people in. If they can manage to turn it around, I mean, that would genuinely be insane.
It'd be shocking.
And like people want to support Bungie, like it's such a well-known, respected studio. They just don't necessarily resonate with Marathon, and then yeah, it's a question of like we talked about this a while ago, but it's like, can they even get Sony to let them greenlight something after how badly this has underperformed so far? Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know if Sony's going to be like, yeah, here's even more money to burn. Because like you said, this was kind of, I'm sure they wanted this to be the big project, but it did kind of feel like, more of a side project to an extent. And it's like, so you're going to make a side project next to the side project? Like, I understand this is now the main project, but it's like, none of that logistics makes sense. And yeah, I really don't know where they go from here, because I think the other part of these layoffs is there were still a lot of people who were at Bungie since the Halo days, and the more you're laying these people off, the more you're losing the people who made Bungie. And at that point, like, what do you even do with, it's the ship of Theseus. Like, if everyone that made this company popular is gone, is it even the same company? No, it's
Exactly.
It kind of turned into something different, and these people and the people that are left may not be able to, they just don't they can't make it work like they did with the other genres. So I don't know where that's going to put Bungie, but yeah, I just hope they get an update that actually brings people in, because as it stands, like, don't get me wrong, the people who are playing Marathon, I got to give them respect. They are hardcore about it. It's just there is not a lot of people playing it, unfortunately.
Yep. I saw one idea of like, oh, make them a support studio. It's like, that is the most expensive support studio possible. Like, you cannot make them a support studio.
Yeah.
We will see. Bungie, hopefully stay around in some way. I don't know. I just don't know how they stay around though. I'm realizing now I really should have put like some good news, because another sad story. Korean studio EVR, team behind Mudang 2 Hearts, has seemingly gone bankrupt. It was the game that was showed at last year's Xbox showcase. It was also a part of Bop's most anticipated list. Bob, how are you feeling, man?
Dude, I had complete like whiplash when I saw this. Like, I know we haven't really seen a single update since then, which maybe should have been a warning sign.
Yeah, maybe.
But like, yeah, I mean, this game had a really cool premise and idea, and I really loved how it showcased last year. And so, yeah, to just go completely bankrupt, it's like that sucks. Really did not expect that. Like, they weren't even close to a fully realized product, and that they easily could have jumped the gun and really only had that CGI trailer and didn't have much else to show for it. But yeah, that's kind of I just don't understand how like these game developers are surviving right now. It just seems like so fickle what is a success and what is like an ultimate failure, and how long it's taking to develop these games and how much it's costing. Like, it's hard not to be super negative about it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, I don't blame you, man. We will see, man. It sucks. It's just like it's not even a case of like, oh, well, they need funding, but they could survive. It's like, no, they're just gone. It's like, damn, man. Even it's like this is not even a Western studio. We always say it's like, oh, well, Western studios are struggling. It's like, no, it seems like Eastern studios are starting to struggle too. It's
Yeah.
affecting everyone, man. Moving on to slightly good news, I guess. Jason, this is good news actually. Okami Games put this out. Jason Schreier, God of War Lafe could release in February or March. Quote: We're going to see a lot of games that are avoiding GTA 6. I mean, I mentioned God of War Lafe. I wouldn't be surprised if that got announced for February or March, pretty soon. Great news. This is a game that I would like to play soon, and I'm not too shocked. I mean, you definitely can see just through the production levels, like they clearly are, or just through watching the gameplay trailers, like okay, clearly it's close. Jack, you believe this?
Yeah, I think it's first half next year anyway.
For sure.
Not sure when exactly, but maybe like uh, in my mind, I'm thinking spring. I don't think it's gonna be like February or March personally, but you
Hopefully,
never know.
at the very least, March. I don't want another February game. That month is already getting a bit packed right now.
Yeah, but I think first God of War was, well, God of War 2018 was April, wasn't it? So maybe
Yeah,
similar.
it was a thing for a long time. They always released God of War on what day? It was always on March. Like they always made it a March thing, except 2018, which needed an extra month of polish.
Yeah, and
So
then
they released that in April. So, and then
Ragnarok
from there,
was
it was like whatever.
November. I think
Yeah, that
yeah,
was November, and then Sons of Sparta sadly was February. It should have just never been released. So yeah, it just you kind of look at that. It's like yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, shout out to God of War Lafe, and that's it for the news. Or is it? Matt Piscatella with
I
the
know it.
NPD group,
I
or
know
now
it.
Circana, has brought up the 2026 May top 10 best-selling games. Bob, Jack. Now, Jack, you were the one who sent this to me. Do you remember the
I'm
list?
sorry. Yeah, I did see repost. I
No,
mean,
Jack,
there's only 10 now.
no, don't leave me on an island.
Ah, you're playing solo today, buddy.
Sorry, man.
How,
I didn't
how
know
we
I was
doing?
on today.
All right, Bob. What is the top 10 best-selling games of May 2026 from May 3rd to May 30th?
Out of curiosity, can you guess number one?
007?
Yes, number one,
Let's
007 First Light.
I
go.
I honestly
I thought
thought
you would have
Forza would
said
beat
something
it,
else.
but yeah.
Whoa,
Well,
wait,
Yeah,
Jack, you
well, come on.
said
He was going to guess Forza. It's his favorite, one of his favorite games
okay,
ever.
but could you imagine if he forgot Forza?
no, the thing though, like honestly, yeah, Forza's the first thing that came to mind, but also it released on the 19th, so it's kind of the back half. And now that we're doing
Yeah.
top 10, I don't like. Sure, I'll guess it, but I don't know if it did chart.
Forza's
Well,
number two.
yeah. There you
Okay,
go.
I'm a fucking idiot. Uh,
If it did chart, come on, Bob, it's Forza.
no, I know. I just with the timing and everything, but
Yeah, I get what you mean, but it's also like it's Forza. Like
yeah,
Double O
it
Seven
is.
sold that well, and it was at the end of the month. So.
Oh yeah, that's right. It did. Okay, yeah. Then I'm a double idiot.
Though it should be noted, so for 007, that includes digital sales projections, and then for Forza, it includes digital point of sales actuals. So I think
Okay.
they gave the digital sales for Forza, but not for 007.
Yeah.
So they
Okay.
have to like predict the sales for 007.
Right. They're using a similar. Well, I shouldn't say similar, but they're kind of like a Linea where they're
Yeah.
taking multiple data points and kind of projecting. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah,
And
which
honestly,
Yeah.
I would
Alinea
trust.
is pretty accurate.
Yeah,
That
yeah. Linea's in a ballpark, and honestly, I think Circana has even more data points
Oh,
because
for
they have
sure.
way more of a back end. So I do think they are probably, and they're not giving like concrete numbers. So
Of
I
course.
think
Yeah,
they're
the whole
doing a good
reason they've
job.
gone down to 10 is because they are super confident in the 1 through 10 and how accurate those are. Anything past that, they're not as confident and they don't want to
Mm,
predict stuff that
Mm,
they're not confident about. So
that
that's
makes
the
sense.
reason that Matt explained on Blue Sky anyway, or wherever it was.
That's good to
interesting.
know. But you got 8 more games, Bob.
Lego
There's actually
Batman.
a good amount of new games. Yeah, number 3, Lego Batman: Legacy of the Dark Knight.
Yeah.
I've been making fun of this game a lot, and it's number 3.
I've honestly, so my best friend actually just beat it, and he said it's a fantastic game.
Yeah, I know. I'm kind of been a dick about this game. It's clearly very good.
Yeah.
I'm mostly. It's mostly because Dark is like, this is the best game he played this year. I'm like,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's where I would draw the line as well.
I like fucking with him though. All right, but that's 3. You got the top 3 exactly, which is actually pretty impressive. Maybe
Thank
you
you.
can
Thank you.
run the line, do like a perfect like 1
Oh
to 10.
God, I don't know if I can.
Number 4 is also a new game. You might be able to get this.
Number 4 is a new game. May. Oh, I know something else big came out.
There's a lot of big releases in May. It was like the last like big month of game releases.
Yeah. Shit.
Think,
What
Bob.
came out in May?
Can I give him a clue?
I mean, if I want to see if he can run down the line, so sure, go for it.
One of them's an early access game.
Oh, oh, is it still Winrose?
Nope.
Okay. Early access. Damn, what popped off the? Oh, Subnautica 2. Duh.
There you go. Number 4.
Yep. Yep.
Okay, number 5 isn't a new game, or at least it's not a new game for May.
Resident Evil? No.
Nope.
Yeah. New game, but not for May. What came out in March and February and April? God, that was so long ago.
It feels long ago, yeah.
It really does. Like that's messed up. Shoot. Is it like an earlier game from this year?
Yeah, it's
No.
from this year.
Well, yeah, but
For number 5, yeah.
Yeah.
That counts as this year, Jack.
it's when he said early. So I thought he meant early this
Oh,
year.
no. He just
Whereas
meant earlier this year.
it's, which yeah, I guess gives you another clue. It's not early this year.
Oh. Yeah, I guess that's a good point.
Do remember we have places to be.
I know. I can't like I hate this game so much.
That's why you're always on for it.
God, what is it's like my mind blanks every time. I can't even think of what came out in April.
Number 5 was number 1 last month.
What came out last month?
Think, Bob. Think.
Wasn't it exclusive?
It's an exclusive
Yes.
game. That's as many
Not-
hints we're giving you, though, because at that point we're just gonna give it away.
It can't be Sorrows.
No.
Yeah.
Saros wishes it was as good as this game.
Okay. Well, I mean, actually, I wouldn't disagree with you on this one. Actually, I wasn't that hard on Saros. Saros is good, but
What is Nintendo? What have they done recently? I can't. Oh no, it can't be. No, it couldn't have been.
Guess it anyway.
Fire Red and Leaf Green.
no.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, Bob, still no connectivity with Pokemon Home.
Shout out. Didn't they update that listing and be like, oh yeah, it's coming soon after launch? After
Yeah.
not saying anything? Yeah, God.
They initially said like it was gonna be like a month after or something like that. And it's like it's been 4 months.
God, I love that company so
They're
much.
so funny.
Did Yoshi chart?
Yoshi
Yes.
charted at number 8.
Okay, well, I'll
You
take
lost your
that.
streak though.
That's okay.
That's why you should just start guessing because again.
Yeah, Minecraft, GTA 5,
Nope.
Madden,
Yes,
NBA, PGA, WWE,
No. You
Call
missed
of
the
Duty
one sport it is.
7.
keep going on the
Oh,
spot.
UFC.
No, it's not UFC. You did get Call of Duty Black Ops 7. That's number 9.
Okay. The show.
Yeah, MLB The Show at number 6.
Oh, at number 6. Oh, I still haven't gotten number 5.
You're gonna laugh when number 5 is.
Shit, I don't like that.
Okay, I'll give you this. So 2 of the games are from this year. You're missing
Uh-huh.
3 games. 2 of the
Yeah.
games are from this year, and one of them is from last year.
I mean, I want to say Expedition, but I know it's not that.
No.
Battlefield.
No.
Um,
We actually mentioned this game earlier in a
Yeah.
context of pricing.
The Outer Worlds 2. No. Mario Kart World.
Mario Kart World, number 10. Exact same spot as it was last month.
Oh, that's funny.
So it seems like with these digital sales, like actuals, we're starting to get more, or projections. It's starting to seem like we were talking about this, I think, last month when they first started doing this. It seems to really give a bump for Nintendo games specifically.
And that
'Cause
makes
it's
sense. Like,
a lot of Nintendo games sell really well.
and like, unfortunately, for Jack, it's like more people are buying digital than physical nowadays, and if so, they're not reporting their digital sales. That's so much data that's being left out.
Oh,
But
by the way, while Bob still thinks about this, Jack, I was annoyed as hell watching Schreier's video, and he put up that bullshit like it's like actually most game sales are digital by 80%, and it's like no, dude, that is for games that are purely digital only. They include those in that like percentage breakdown. The
And I
actual
think the-
breakdown is like 60%, which is still like majority digital, but like it's not 80.
Yeah, if you like,
Drive me insane.
100% of digital only games is sold digitally. It's like hell yeah.
It's like, yeah, anyone can say that. Oh my god, I'm like, Schreier, you literally know better. What the fuck are you saying? And then
It's
people
okay,
are like,
he's
yeah,
a-
that's true. Sorry.
he's a YouTuber now. It's okay. He can be wrong.
That's true. YouTubers
Yeah.
get stuff wrong. It happens.
Can I get a
Bob,
genre?
Okay, one of them is a life sim. One of them is open world, and they're both from this.
Oh
year.
shit, Pocopia.
Not Pokopia.
Surprisingly not.
Oh, okay.
I'm shocked.
I
I
was
thought
surprised by that.
it's not in the top 10. Yeah, I would have thought it would stay there.
What a fall
Wait.
off.
Okay,
You said
let's go.
one is a life sim and one's what?
One is an open
World
world game.
slop.
Oh,
Ah,
Crimson
well,
Like
Desert.
open world slop as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Jack, you've been a little disrespectful lately. I want to point that out.
No, I think
I don't
yeah,
even
you're
care
fine.
about Crimson Desert, but he hit you with the slop. Like
It's a bit
Look,
sloppy.
They
it's slop.
they use
in a
AI in the
way
game, so
that's-
I'm allowed to call it slop.
That's fair enough.
They didn't disclose it on
Jack-
Steam either, so just proving my point that is completely optional. They
Jack
never
is the
even when they found out.
definition. Jack is the definition, and I mean this with love, of that one friend who's a little too woke. And it's like I appreciate wokeness,
True.
but like it's
Yeah,
a little
yeah.
like I get it, man.
Some Wokey G, that's me.
Wokey G. All right, Bob, you got one more game left. The
I
life sim.
swear to God, is it fucking Tamagotchi Life?
It's Tamagotchi Life, number 5.
My God. I
You were talking
forgot that
shit
game
about
was
that
number
game.
1 last week. I know, I was. Those fans came out. I gotta respect that. I still have no interest in the game, but
Bob loves to
respect.
say, "Oh, I got no interest in it though, so now it's gonna have no sales." I
Listen, we're
want to
all a
point
little
out.
biased.
Oh, I'm very biased. I'm 007 beating Forza. Hey, you know what? I'll take the victory lap.
I
Hey,
mean,
at the end of this year, Forza's higher than 007, I'm sorry to say.
well, yeah,
I will
especially
say.
if they get that PS6 release.
Yeah.
Yeah, that depends. They said it's like 6 months later, right? Because they already
Said
confirmed
it's
it.
this year.
Roughly, I think. I don't remember
Could
if
you
they
imagine if
actually
it's in
gave them.
November? It's like the Forza
Yeah,
PS5 port.
that would be insane.
That would be
I
actually
love
really
it.
funny because then Asher will just be like, "Oh, it didn't do well on PS5, so we're actually doing the right thing here."
Yeah,
PS5.
that would be funny.
I also want to bring up the year-to-date sales so far from the top 10 to number 1. Call of Duty Black Ops 7, WWE 2K26, Tomodachi Life Living the Dream, Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight, Pokemon Pokopia, Forza Horizon 6, 007 First Light, MLB The Show 26, Crimson Desert, and then Resident Evil Requiem.
That's a pretty good
Which,
list.
interesting. Requiem not in the top 10 for May, but it's still like the best-selling game of the year, which shows that a lot of people showed up for day 1 on that game.
Yeah, like
And also,
I don't think some of these games have a long tail, but because like Pocopia
sure.
too, but because like Pocopia is still above Forza. So I think it's it'll be interesting to
have
see what the top
lower
10
games
at
don't
the end
have
of the year.
tails as much as they used to. As
No.
I've very much noticed that, except if you're like the
So much to
2Ks.
play.
Exactly. But yeah, interesting stats there, and also Matt Piscatello throughout. This is something you mentioned, Bob. PlayStation hardware unit sales fell to their lowest May total since May 2000, while Xbox hardware unit sales were the lowest ever recorded for a May month, which is insane.
which again is
Jack, you
pretty
mentioned
awful
it
for
too.
PlayStation.
Yeah. That's still crazy, man.
Yeah,
The
when did the
lowest May
PS2
total.
release?
2000.
2000.
Oh, okay. So I'm assuming this is before the PS2 launch.
Yeah, it was like the
Yeah.
PS1.
So like pretty much the beginning of PlayStation.
Exactly. I don't know, man. I think it's the combination of these increased prices. I do think GTA is probably going to reinvigorate the console hardware sales, especially when we get closer to launch. But it's still like kind of crazy just how people are kind of like, yeah, man, I just got priced out. I'm just not as interested anymore. But GTA will probably get a lot of people interested again.
Yeah.
We will see.
Agreed.
Let's move into reviews of the week. There's only one. Star Fox sitting at an 83 on OpenCritic, higher than I expected. IGN giving an 8 out of 10. Eurogamer a 4 out of 5. GameSpot a 7. Giant Bomb a 4 out of 5. Nintendo Life a 9 out of 10. People seem to be pretty positive on this one. I'm going to talk about it in what we've been playing. Actually, I'll just talk about it now since we're jumping into what we've been playing. I played Star Fox. I did one run so far. I want to go back and do the alternate routes, and it's awesome. It's Star Fox 64 again, which is disappointing, but it looks absolutely gorgeous. Jack, you've played the original Star Fox 64, right?
Never finished it, surprisingly enough. It was one of those
Oh wow,
games
for
they
like a
had
1 hour
with.
game.
Look, this is not to reveal my age. This is what I was very young when the Nintendo 64 came out, and
Fair enough.
so played a lot of it. But I remember playing a lot of multiplayer as well, like just the
Oh yeah,
battle modes.
when they
Like,
were running around.
yeah, so much fun. But
um,
Lilac Wars as it was here in the big massive box with
yeah.
the Rumble Pack.
Wasn't
But
it called like the SNES version was called something different? I forget.
Starwing was the
Starwing, yeah, it was Starwing then Lilac Wars, which is very funny.
yeah, some copyright thing that they obviously dealt with eventually.
They figured it out, yeah. But yeah, no, I don't know if you remember the Corneria level in that game, but it's like kind of just like it's like, oh, the city of Corneria, and it's like a couple buildings. in the remake, like in this game, it's like no, they really did build it out as an actual city, and it's gorgeous. It's by far one of the best looking games for the Switch 2 right now. A real like kind of showpiece right now for the hardware. And I mean, it's Star Fox 64, man. It's one of the best rail shaders. There's not much more to add on about it. It's fun to move my ship around, shoot, tilt, all that shit. There's so much I could say about Star Fox that it's gorgeous and it's fun to play. I will say though, the orchestrated soundtrack, my God, some of these tracks are insane. It is so good to have them in a full like orchestrated setting. That's an easy like playlist adder. Is just like this entire soundtrack. I've been loving listening to it. I recommend it if you're interested, obviously, into the Star Fox IP. I think this is definitely the best way to get into it. Obviously, you could also just play the original game on N64 NSO if you don't want to jump in for the price tag right now at like I think it's $50 for the digital, which yeah, it's steep. I'm not going to sit here and say it's not. Uh, and obviously, I think your playtime will be determined by how many times you run through this game. If you do it the one time, like I just don't think you're going to get a lot out of this. But if you go back, do the alternate routes, try all the different planets, like all the different like challenges that they added as well, there was a good amount of content added here to where I know Tim Geddes, like he so far has like 13 hours in the game. To that point, I think it would be worth jumping in. But again, like some people are just like, hey, I just want to do the one route. Minimum for experiencing everything within the game, it's 3 routes. But again, if you really are just a one route Andy, then I think you'd probably be best to just wait on a sale. I don't really understand playing this game for one route though. That's weird. But
Unless you're Bench, who played the like true ending route, ranked it, and I don't know if he's going back.
dude, he's a rage baiter. I think he does that to rage bait me. Never be excited for the same. Never let Bench's excitement be real excitement.
Yeah,
He's like, I'm excited for this game with you. It's like, no, you're not.
Yeah.
LARP.
That's why it's not on the GTA channel.
Yeah, no, we locked it up. But yeah, I'm really digging it. Had a lot of fun with it. Definitely recommend. It was like, I just want to play Star Fox, and I'm like, oh sweet, it's just Star Fox. Here's my hope. Let's get a new one. That's not just Star Fox 64 again. I really like that because I love Star Fox 64, but it's like we get it. Like this is like the 4th time we've done Star Fox 64. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited that this franchise has a future again, where it's like, hell yeah, we're back in a big way now.
It just feels like they have to because it made an appearance in the Mario movie. They got a remake. They did
Oh yeah,
so much with like the NSO, like the voice chat
they're clearly
integration, as
hyping it up.
creepy as it is. And now they're selling like plushies for like the
Yeah, they're so
team.
cute. I really
Like,
want the Falco one.
yeah, it just seems to me like that they're really putting effort,
And it's selling really
behind
well.
this.
Like
Yeah,
number
and
1 on Amazon, number 1 on the Nintendo shop. Like it's doing very well.
yeah, and like Star Fox is great. I think it's a very easy premise to sell
Of course.
to people, because there's a lot of people who don't even know that it's based off the 64 version and don't know that they can just go on NSO and play it. But
Very true. I think this version very much proved itself. Like, okay, I get why you did. This is more of like a true like remake because 64 3D is like a remake in the sense of like it's basically just the
a
exact same
remake of
assets
the
and maps.
SNES, yeah.
Yeah, whereas like it feels like with this version, it's like no, we changed some stuff around. There's a lot more added under the hood to really make this like a true new version. But again, I am still like disappointed. It's like okay, we finally get a new Star Fox and it's 64 again. Like this is getting comical now. Shout out to Valen Studios specifically. That's a studio that was made up of a lot of like ex Vicarious Visions staff. They did a Knockout City, which I know Moon liked. I don't know if you liked it, Bob.
Oh,
Did you play
I
that?
love Knockout City.
Okay, yeah. So like they're a very talented studio, and they seem to be doing Star Fox. I wouldn't be like they could handle like a whole new Star Fox because I will also add they added a lot of cinematics, and I'm sitting here like invested in Star Fox lore, which is very funny. I'm like, damn, I'm actually like intrigued by what's happening here. So yeah, really dig it. Like you said, Bob, it's just a cool world. You can do a lot within it.
Yeah,
I
I would be. I can't speak for Jack, but I would be interested in this. It just needs a sale. Like I just can't
I get it.
justify it at the price, but it does look like everything about it. I'm really interested in.
Nah, I totally get it. I also checked out that Rhythm Heaven demo. Very fun. I'm interested in checking that out when it comes out. That is also a game that could use a sale. I'll buy it because I'm a monster. But Bob, if you mentioned that other game, I'm gonna cut you off.
No, it's fine. I just
Nah,
yeah,
I'm just fucking with you. Don't worry.
it because I played the demo. I love the demo. But yeah, I was it. And granted, when the WarioWare games came out on Switch, I had a way to, let's say, pay less than MSRP for those, so I didn't really
Yeah, you and
mind
Dark
it.
were really annoying about that shit.
Yeah, sorry. But I just I can't see a world where this game should be justifying $40. And like
Well,
I
the
know,
world is where it's going to be number one on the shop when it comes out, and it sells everything. Which I mean, listen, I'm not disagreeing with you. I don't personally think it's that insane, but I'm also like, yeah, I don't know, like 30 makes more sense. But I don't know.
I just
The demo was pretty short. Apparently, it's 80 mini games. What I will say, Bob, I did you play the demo on like your Switch or your like TV?
my Switch.
On the Switch.
Yes.
Uh, I noticed the way they handle audio delay for the TV is very funny because they're like, okay, if you're playing on the TV, press A when it gets to the fourth beat. It's like you're relying on me. Like I thought the whole point
Yeah.
was this is a rhythm game where it's like I gotta go with the beat, and now you're relying on me to make the rhythm. But okay,
Yeah,
sure, I'll
if you're
figure it
bad
out.
at rhythm, you're kind of setting yourself up for a failure there.
I figured it out. It works on the TV. It's definitely better to play it with headphones or with on your handheld. Um,
Yes.
dude, I always forget with Rhythm Heaven because it's like very cute visuals. Like, oh, this is like an entry level rhythm game. No, it kicks your fucking ass, man. These things are very strict with the timing.
Yeah, it's I did like, I'm pretty good at rhythm games. I am a drummer, so
Same.
I kind of take some pride in that. But I even for me, like specifically the hoop one, I did have trouble with the hoop. And I don't know
Oh
if it's
my
just
god,
because of the
that
the
one was so
angle,
hard.
and I always felt like I was just a little bit too early, and it felt like the window was super tight. But I did think the one I thought was funny is that people were having trouble with the frisbee counting to
Oh,
seven,
I
and I'm
love
like,
that one.
can you guys not count to seven? Like this is really not that hard.
I thought the hoop one was way harder than the frisbee.
Yeah.
The umbrella one was pretty good too. I didn't have too
Yep.
much trouble with that. But also, they were weirdly mean to me, man. Like I'm like I got that perfectly, and they're just staring at me like, "What the fuck? That was perfect." So yeah, I don't know. Dude. If I'll just say, if you're not into rhythm games, this is not an entry level game.
No, no,
It
definitely
will
not.
kick your fucking ass. It is
Yeah.
very strict with the timing. But again, check out the demo. It's very much a good time.
Yes.
Uh, but yeah, that's everything I've been playing. Jack, you have you been able to play anything?
Very little, tiny bit of Mina, but still not really enough to form an opinion.
I'm gonna break your hand enough to where you grow a new hand. I
That's
think
a good
that could
idea.
work. I
Look,
think it will
people
work.
say maybe I'm a lizard. Maybe it'll just grow back if I take it off.
Jack, is it carpal tunnel? You think that's the case?
I have no idea. I've got an appointment next month. We'll find out.
We'll find out. We'll find out. Hopefully everything's okay. Bob, what about you? What's your gaming habits?
Oh, what are my gaming habits, Wolf? So I had mentioned last week on the beach, I beat Uncharted 1. I really did enjoy it. Obviously, it's most people's weakest in the series, and I can definitely see that. But um, even though I kind of felt a lull in the middle, it really got me back near the end once they kind of have that twist and kind of that ending act and all of the stuff there. I thought that was a lot of fun, and it kind of wrapped a nice bow on it to make me want to keep going. But I'm like on chapter 6, I want to say, in Uncharted 2.
Okay, so you're
We
still early. Around Borneo?
I just got to
wait.
Nepal.
Nepal. Oh, baby.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
No. That's a good
Oh,
baby.
good thing? Okay.
Yeah. Nepal is like when the game gets really good.
Gotcha. Yeah, and like honestly, it's been I like immediately understand why people like 2, like starting with the train and all of the like action set pieces and the new characters they're introducing, and you just can't trust anybody, and
Okay.
kind of like what the developing treasure they're going after and stuff. I'm already in. I already like. I was actually surprised that the UI and the controls didn't change as much as I thought they did. That being said, it's a lot more forgiving
It,
on jumps and stuff. Thank God.
it also, like, I don't know if you noticed, it feels way better.
And
Like,
that's
it's
what
like
I'm
a weird
saying.
thing where
Yeah.
just like it actively, like, the controls so much tighter.
Yeah. There's more. It controls tighter, but it doesn't expect you to be perfect. And if you're like in the ballpark of direction, it will kind of help you a little bit. And that was the one thing that pissed me off about 1. It's like you had to be pixel perfect sometimes about where you're aiming that thumbstick, or Drake just jumps off a cliff, and it was very frustrating. But I'm excited to hopefully get to some like vehicle set pieces, because even though I didn't love the jet skis in 1. I did like the back of the Jeep. I thought that was a fun set piece. And so hopefully we get more of that in later on as I play 2. But yeah, I'm enjoying it, and I'm glad I am playing these before I try 007, because I do think it's giving me a lot more
Context.
it's crossing a much needed franchise off the
Yeah.
guilty I haven't gotten to list. So that always feels good. But then yeah, like the context for like, when people say 007 is a mix between Uncharted and
And you're
Hitman,
seeing
it's
it.
like, cool. I don't know what that means to an extent. And now I'm like, okay, I now understand Uncharted better, so that'll give me more appreciation for 007.
I gotta ask, Bob.
Yeah.
I never asked you. What did you think of the final boss of 1?
Oh, God, I
It's the,
already forgot about that.
it's the most
It,
PS3 era final boss ever
yeah,
made.
it's so stupid. And like I think I just got the timing wrong on the quick time event of the actual final moment. And I'm like, dude, fuck this. Like this is so stupid. And then I couldn't understand like where they because like I forgot you can jump on top of the like over the boxes. And there's
Oh
at
my
one point you
god.
have to do that, because if you go left or right, he shoots you and you just die. And I'm like, guys, this is fucking stupid. But
It's terrible. The final boss of 2, I'll tell you now, is way better. So
yeah, and I figured it would be, and like honestly, like it is an older game, so like
yeah,
I am willing to
it's
give
quick
it
at
a
least.
yeah, I'm willing to give it a little bit more benefit of the doubt. I'm just like, yeah, this is
It's
silly.
like
Honestly, it's like if someone tried to make a Metal Gear Solid like boss fight, but just actively did not understand anything about why those
exactly.
are good.
God, it's so funny. Yeah, I'm happy you're enjoying those games though. 2 is such a leap in terms of quality as well, and you're getting to the
Yeah.
part where like it really starts to show off how epic it is.
Yeah, and it's a lot of people's favorites, so that's
Yeah,
also exciting.
I'd say probably to this day most people's favorites. It's either 2 or 4 for most people. I'm the
Yeah,
weirdo who likes 3 the most, but I also, yeah, they're all
that's
peak.
fair.
Except
Um,
Golden Abyss. Golden Abyss is kind of mid. I'll fully say that, but outside of that, yeah.
yeah, so I've been playing that on the PlayStation. I also have been messing around. I finally got around to putting Steam games on my Android handheld, like the AYN Thor or the Odin or whatever. It doesn't do well with like really any sort of graphically intense games, and even some of the newer games still, for whatever reason, have a problem with it. But like I've been able to get Final Fantasy Tactics running, Sea of Stars running, Dead Cells, Enter the Gungeon, Slay the Spire, a couple other ones on there, Hades 2. And so that's been a lot of fun because, before I would say like, yeah, these are good for emulating and streaming, but like it has no actual like new game capabilities, but they've actively like people have just actively been developing a translation layer that's been working. So that's all to say. I am kind of slowly progressing through Sea of Stars. Um, Jack, did you ever watch that cutscene?
The one they added for the new release.
Yes, for the intro.
I haven't yet, actually. No.
Yeah, you really should. It's really cool, and adds some cool context to those characters that they reference later. This game just has so much like style to it, and I love the combat system already. I knew I would love this game, and it's really one of those things like, why have I not played this game yet? I know this is so up my alley, so I'm glad I'm finally getting to that, but I am early. But I'm still enjoying what I've played so far. And then I'm also been tinkering with Ocarina of Time via the Ship of Harkonnen decomp on PC. So, like I was saying earlier, I'm using the NSO N64 controller, like the one you can buy if you have a
Oh, the
Nintendo Switch
NSO one. Yeah,
online.
that one's sick.
Yeah. So so like it has Bluetooth capability. So I just connected it via Bluetooth, and I'm playing, Ocarina on the N64 controller. No right stick free camera movement.
Good.
HD texture pack.
No.
120 frames per second.
I'll accept
Wide.
the frames. The HD texture pack, I'm like, you gotta see how ugly the textures were, man.
Well,
That's how that game was meant to be played.
the thing was, I already tried this game on the 3DS, so it's like I am kind of already used to HD to an extent. But I still
What
think
was
it.
that stopped your 3DS playthrough? Because I know at one point you were like, "Wow, this is so impressive," and then you just stopped.
I think something about it being on a handheld. Like
Yeah, that's
I
fair.
think I need to play this on my TV. Like I think that's really what it came down to.
Fair.
And I was always so worried about playing the NSO version because I know you guys aren't gonna say like you guys are gonna defend it, but I between the water temple and a couple of other things, and plus I know the emulation is better now, but at the beginning it wasn't.
Oh, the emulation is like perfect now. Or not perfect, but it's way better.
Right, and so I was just like, I don't know if I want to play it there. And then I realized that the Ship of Harkinian decomp adds so many like adjustments if you want it. And Jack, it also I was able to restore like the red blood, the old cutscenes.
Oh hell yeah, the red blood.
So like it's
Did you put
like
in the old Fire Temple music?
yes, I did.
Oh man,
Oh
dude,
yeah.
it's so funny listening to that music as a Muslim because I'm like, I've heard this in like a prayer room.
Oh, that's
It's
funny.
very interesting.
I have no context behind why that matters, but I'm sure I will once I
They
get
just say
there.
like praise be to all. It's funny. You'll see.
Gotcha. Yes. So that's been fun, and then yeah, like I'm able to unequip and equip on the D-pad. That'll make the water boots or the steel boots
Iron
more
Boots. God,
iron.
what a
Yep.
larper.
Yeah. Yeah. I literally haven't played the game. So that'll be nice. And then yeah, there was a couple like there was literally a preset that's like first time playing the game. And so it like specifically only turns on like true things that were wrong in the base game that like weren't intended to be like that, and they're fixing them to how they were to be intended, and like restoring some of the cut content or old content, but otherwise it's pretty much the
That's
same
pretty big.
minus the graphics. Yeah, it's honestly a really cool project, and I think
I mean, it came from the decompilation that was recently, so right.
mhm.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive.
Well, so I think so, but like also you need to have a ROM of it to make it work. So maybe it is just like a PC I don't really know, to be honest with you. But I just know it works and it's a lot of fun. And I think they have a randomizer, so like if you want to go in and even
Oh,
for
those
you
are
guys have a
awesome.
completely different experience because of the
I want to try
randomizer,
it
you
so
can.
badly.
But anyways,
I don't know
been
if that 64 game can run on my PC though.
God, I hope it can. But yeah, so I'm only in Hyrule Field. I'm very early on, but
Okay, yeah, like right at the start.
yeah, but enjoying that, and then finally, last game. I mean, I've still been playing Forza. Like I've been doing the dailies and the weeklies on Forza
course.
pretty much every week. So that's been fun. But the last game I've been playing was I forgot again. What was that last game I was playing?
You were talking about it earlier.
I know. I literally did the same exact thing to Jack earlier, where I named 3 of them I was confident in, and I was like, oh yeah, Vice City, duh.
Oh hell yeah!
I bought the collection on Switch for $20 because honestly, that might be my preferred place because I can play it handheld, and it does like because they're so old, it kind of looks better on a smaller screen than like blown out to like a 55-inch. And the console, they don't run that great anyway. So if they're all gonna run at 30, I might as well just play it on Switch, and it plays great. Like it's super stable. The controls don't feel that weird. It is weird driving with the Switch controller just because of the triggers, but that's just a me thing. So yeah, I've been having fun with that, and it's fun to go back to Vice City. Clearly I'm getting the GTA 6 itch.
That's awesome, man. I want to. I've been playing GTA 5 again because I have that itch as well, and it's just like, man, cannot wait for Vice City. Just cannot wait to see Vice City in like full HD again. It's gonna be a big moment. But yeah, boys, I think that's it. Good talks, good discussions. I'm tired. I want to play more GTA. I want to chill out. Thank you for coming on, Bob. Thank you for coming on, Jack. Really awesome to have both of you on. I think that's it, though. I mean, there's nothing else much to talk about. Next week, though, there's Bob. There's a big Xbox thing happening next week, most likely. I hope I can get you on again for that.
Yeah, and I didn't really get to talk about my overall Xbox thoughts the last couple of weeks, so I'm sure I will touch on those then. Yep, bring it back out.
I don't even know why I say whippings or lashings. I don't know where that came from. Like
No, I
initially.
mean, I am one of the more vocal supporters of Xbox, so it's like, yeah, I mean, it's fair to,
Oh yeah, no.
kind of be like, hey, they kind of suck right now. It's like, yeah, they kind of do.
Hey, I'm not gonna sit here and say like Sony's doing the hottest either. So, I mean, like
No,
sales wise
and
and like business wise, they're doing fine. But like, there was I didn't put it in. There was a comment about like, oh yeah, we still want to keep doing live service games from like Nishino, and I'm like, that didn't work out for you. I'll just say that now. So I hope that works out this time.
yeah.
We will see. But yeah. Anyways, if you guys want to find us, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever your favorite podcast platforms are, like the podcast helps us out a ton, and follow us on Twitter and Blue Sky to Slice of Gaming. With that, I think we're gonna head out. Say goodnight, boys.
Good night. Don't put anime in your GTA radio.